I really like roasting a whole chicken, not only because it's really delicious, but it's also a real great way to do meal prep. So you can roast a whole chicken and then enjoy it in different ways for different meals. If you want to have it with rice, a sandwich, if you want to make soups, anything like that, it are different ways you can just enjoy a whole chicken after you roast it. Similarly, like if you make turkey for Christmas and then you have leftover turkey, it are real ways you can enjoy the turkey. Same thing for a roasted chicken. So today I'm gonna prepare a nice little seasoning mix or seasoning blend for this chicken using, usual suspects. I have, shadow benny, ginger, garlic, and that kind of thing. Also, I'm gonna add some Angostura aromatic bitters and Angostura orange bitters up in there to help add some more flavor to the seasoning mix. And I'm also going to be spatchcocking this chicken. Now the spatchcock process or method is just a way of preparing the chicken to make it cook more evenly. And it's real straightforward, real simple. So let me get into it one time. We stick it. So the first thing we want to do is prep our herbs and aromatics to make the seasoning blend. All these ingredients going into a blender, so all you need to do is just give it a rough chop. You don't need to do any kind of fine dices on this. I'm going in with a few cloves of garlic. And again, just a rough chop on these. I have a 1-inch piece of ginger here and I just scrub the skin, so no need to peel it. And again, just giving this a rough chop. I have a Congo pepper here. I'm just going to use a little piece of it just for some heat. If you have Scotch bonnet or scorpion, whatever pepper you have on hand, you could add as little or as much pepper as you want. I don't want to make this too spicy, so I'm just using a little bit of the pepper. First thing we want to add to our seasoning mix is 2 tablespoons of yogurt. Now the yogurt is going to act as a meat tenderizer, similar to how you use buttermilk for marinating chicken when you're going to fry it. The yogurt acts in the same way. So you're going to add some yogurt. It's going to help tenderize the meat. Adding in my ginger, garlic, shadow benny. Add in the hot pepper as well. Also add in a teaspoon of jeera or cumin. A couple dashes of Angostura aromatic bitters. Be as liberal as you want. A couple dashes of Angostura orange bitters. I'm going to give it some nice citrus notes. Also going in with some fresh lime juice. Add in salt to taste. It's about a teaspoon of salt there. Black pepper to taste as well. And I'm also going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Now we're just going to blend this up. So this is our seasoning blend here. And trust and believe this is going to make a real delicious chicken. And I already tasted it for salt to make sure that the salt content was right. So at this point you could adjust your salt and your black pepper to suit. But we're good to go here. So now that we have our seasoning blend done, it's time to move on to the chicken. Alright, so to spatchcock the chicken is really a simple process. You just want to use your blade and you want to cut out this backbone piece here. So just going in. Then we're going to come and cut down on this side. So obviously we're not going to throw this away. We're going to use this to make chicken stock. So I'm setting that aside right here because we're definitely going to be using that. And now what you want to do is just take your knife and just cut into here just a little bit like so. And then that's it. Now we could spread or lay our chicken flat like this, and that basically is spatchcocking the chicken. Yeah? Alright, so to season up the chicken, the first thing I want to do is kind of create some space between the skin and the breast here. So I just kind of go in underneath here with my fingers and making some space because we're going to be pushing that marinade under the skin, not just on the skin. We want to make sure that the breast and the other parts of the chicken are well seasoned. So now I'll just take some of my marinade and just get it in there. Massage it in. And make sure that the entire bird is well seasoned. Of course, you want to flip it over. So we're aiming for 48 hours marinade on this to really let the yogurt do its magic. If you can't wait 48 hours, do it for 24. If you can't wait 24, do it overnight. And if you really can't wait at all, like if you're really impatient, then at the very least, leave it for 1 hour and let those juices soak into that chicken, because trust and believe, they're gonna give you a real flavorful bird. So again, ideal 48. If you can't wait, 24. If you're impatient, overnight. And if you're ridiculous, then an hour. Okay, so I have my chicken here that's been marinating, and I placed it on a baking tray with a rack. And it's important to use the rack because the rack allows the heat from the oven to cook the underneath of the chicken as well as on top. And yeah, so I'm gonna place it into the oven, preheated oven at 350 degrees for 1 hour. All right, so our chicken actually took 1 hour and 20 minutes to cook. And of course, you want to leave it to rest before you dig into it. So I had it resting. I take all my B-roll, I take all my photos. So now it's just time to dig in and try this chicken. Listen, I can't wait. And you see all the seasoning that we put under the skin just permeate the chicken. And we have a nice tender breast here. All the other pieces well cooked. The entire bird well cooked. My mouth watering, all kind of thing, yes. I was gonna try this one time. See that? Flavor right through. Yeah, I really don't have much else to say about this, but it's real best and you need to try it. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and give it a share. If you do try the recipe, let me know how you tweak your seasoning, if you use the exact seasoning blend that I prepared here, or if you added your own little twist to the seasoning blend. Let me know down in the comments. Of course, thank you to Angostura for sponsoring this recipe. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Trust me, try this. Mm-hmm.